mariners, fall to it yearly, or we run ourselves aground. Bestir, bestir!
Hey, my hearts! Cheerily, cheerily, my hearts! There, taking the topsail! Tend to the master's whistle! Blow till thou burst thy wind, if room enough!
Good boatswain, have care! Where's the master?
Lay the man! I pray you keep below! Where's the master, boatswain? Do you not hear him? You mar our labor! Keep your cabins, you do assist the storm!
Nay, good! Be patient!
When the sea is hence, what cares these roars for the name of king? To cabins, silence, trouble us not!
Good! Yet remember whom thou hast aboard!
None that I more love than myself! You are a counselor! If you can command these elements to silence and work the peace of the present, we will not hand to rope more. Use your authority! If you cannot, give thanks you've lived so long, and make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour could so happen. Cheerily, good hearts! Out of our way, I say!
I have great comfort from this fellow. Methinks he hath no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate, to his hanging. Make the rope of his destiny our cable. For our own doth little advantage. If he be not born to be hanged, our case is miserable.
Down with the topsail! There, lower, lower! Break her to drive them to main course! A plague upon this house! They are louder than the weather, or our office. Yet again, what do you hear? Shall we come over and drown? Have you a mind to sink?
A box on your throat, you bawling blasphemous, ingerable dog!
Work you then!
Hang, car, hang! You horses, insolent noisemaker! You're less afraid to be drowned than thou art.
I'll warrant him for drowning, though the ship be no stronger than a nutshell, and as leaky as an unstanched wench.
Let her hold, a hold! Set her 2 courses off to sea again! Let her off!
Alas! To prayers! To prayers! Alas!
Why? Must our mouths be cold?
The king and prince at prayers. Let's assist them, for our cases is theirs.
I'm out of patience!
You're merely cheated of our lives by drunkards! This one-shot rascal! Would thou mightest lie during the washing of 10 times!
He'll be hanged yet, though every drop of water swore against it, and gave it wits to glut him.
We declare! Farewell, my wife and children! Let's all sing with the king!
Let's take a leave of him!
Now would I give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground, long heath, brown furs, anything. The wills above be done, but I would fain die a dry death.
If fire art, my dearest father, you have set the wild waters in this roar. Allay them. The sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea, mounting to the welkin's cheek, dashes the fire out. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel, who had no doubt some noble creature in her, dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Had I been any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth, or ere it should the good ships who have swallowed, and the frotting souls within her.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor self, and thy no greater father.
More to know did never meddle with my thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee further. Come, lend thy hand. Pluck my magic garment from me. So lively, my arm. Wipe thou thine tears, have comfort. The direful spectacle of the rack which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have, with such provision in my art, so safely ordered that there is no soul, no not so much perdition as an hair, fated to any creature in the vessel which thou heardest cry, which thou sawest sing. Sit down, for thou must know further.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and left me to a bootless inquisition, concluding, stay, not yet.
The hour is come. The very minute bids thee ope thine ear. Obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came out to this poor cell?
Certainly, sir, I can.
By what? By any other house or person? Of anything the image, tell me that hath kept with thy remembrance.
'Tis far off, and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me?
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda. But how is it that this lives in thy mind? What seest thou else in the dark, backward and abysm of time? If thou rememberest aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest, thou mayest.
But that I do not.
12 years since, 12 years since, thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Sir, are not you my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she did say thou wast my daughter.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play that had we that we came from thence? Or blessed was we did.
Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, we were heaved thence, but blessed all pillar.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think of the teen that I have turned thee to, which is from my remembrance. Please you farther.
My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. He, whom next thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the manage of my state, as at that time through all the seigneuries, it was the first, and Prospero the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity, and for the liberal arts without a parallel. Those being all my study, the government I cast unto my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false uncle, dost thou attend me?
Sir, most heedfully.
I pray thee, being once perfected, how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance, and who to trash for overtopping, new created the creatures that were mine, I say, or changed them, or else new forms them, having both the key of officer and office, set all the hearts of the state to what tune pleased his ear, that now he was the ivy which had hid my princely trunk and sucked the verdure out on it. Thou attendest not.
Oh, good sir, I do.
I pray thee mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and the bettering of my mind, with that which, but by being so retired, or prized all popular rate, in my false brother awakened an evil nature, and my trust, like a good parent, did beget of him a falsehood in its contrary as great as my trust was, which indeed had no limit, a confidence sans bound. He, thus being lorded not only with what my reveal yielded, but with what else my power might exact, like one who, having into the truth by the telling of it, made such a sinner of his memory to credit his own lie. He did believe he was indeed the Duke, through the substitution and the execution of the outward face of royalty with all prerogative. Hence, his ambition growing, Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To have no screen between this part he played and him he played it for, he needs be absolute villain. Me, poor man. My library was dukedom large enough. Of temper royalties he thinks me now incapable. Confederates so dry he was for sway with the king of Naples. To pay him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom, yet unbowed, alas, poor villain, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens!
Mark his condition and the event, and tell me if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
Now the condition. This king of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens to my brother's suit, which was that he, in lieu of the premises of homage, and I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Millen with all the honors on my brother. Whereon a treacherous army levied one midnight, fated to the purpose did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness hurried thence me and thy crying self.
Alack for pity! I, not remembering how I cried out then, will cry it o'er again. Is a hint that rings mine eyes to it.
Hear a little further, and I'll bring thee to the present business, which now's upons without the which this story were most impertinent.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Well demanded, wench. My tale provokes that question. My dear, they durst not, so dear the love my people bore me, nor set a mark so bloody on the business, but with colors fair painted their foul ends. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a butt, not rigged, nor tackled, sail, nor mast. The rats instinctively have quitted. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the wind whose pity, sighing back, did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, what cherubim thou wast, that did preserve me. Thou didst smile with a fortitude infused from heaven, when I have decked the sea with drops full salt. Under my burden groaned that which raised in me an undergoing stomach, to bear up against what should ensue.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, out of his charity, being then appointed master of this design, did give us with fresh linens, garments, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have steaded much. So of his gentleness, knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might but ever see that man.
Now I arise. Sit still and hear the last of our sea sorrow. Here on this island we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, done thee more profit than other princes can, who have more time for vainer hours and tutors not so careful.
Heavens thank you for it, sir. And now I pray you, for still 'tis beating in my mind, your reason for raising this sea storm?
Know thus far forth, by accident, most strange, bounteous fortune now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore, and by my prescience I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if now I court not but omit, my fortunes will ever droop. Here, cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, my servant. Come. I am ready now. Approach my Ariel. Come.
All hail, great master. Grave sir, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure. Be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong-fitting task, Ariel, in all his quality.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article. I boarded the king's ship. Now on the beak, the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. Sometimes I divide and burn in many places. On the top mast, the yards and bowsprit would I flame distinctly, then meet and join. Jove's lightning, the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sigh outrunning were not. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit, who is so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason?
Not a soul but felt the fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel, then all afire was burned. The king's son, with hair upstaring, that like reeds, was the first man that cried, "Hell is empty, and all the captives are here!"
Why, that's my spirit. But was not this nigh shore?
Close by, my master.
But are they airy, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments not a blemish, but fresher than before. And, as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them back the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling up the air with sighs, in an odd angle of the isle, and sitting, his arms in a sad knot.
Of the king's ship the mariners say how thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship. In the deep nook, where once thou callest me up at midnight to fetch dew from the still deck's bermudes, there she's hid. The mariners all under hatches stowed, who, with a charm joined to their suffered labor, I have left asleep. As for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, they all have met again, and are upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing that they saw the king's ship wrecked, and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. But there's more work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses. The time 'twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent, most precious.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now, Moody? What is't thou canst demand?
My liberty!
Before the time be out, no more.
I pray thee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made no mistakings, served without or grudge or grumblings. Thou didst promise to bait me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou dost, and thinkest it too much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, to do me business in the veins of the earth when it is baked with frost.
I do not, sir.
Hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax, who with age and envy has grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her?
No, sir.
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak, tell me.
Sir, in Arger.
Oh, was she so? Once in a month I must recount what thou hast been, which thou forgettest. This damned witch Sycorax, for mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing, from Argier was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true?
Aye, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and here was left by the sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reportest thyself, was then her servant, and for thou wast a spirit too delicate to enact her earthy and abhorrent commands. Refusing her grand hests, she did confine thee by the help of her more potent ministers, and in her most unmitigable rage, into a cloven pine, within which rift thou didst painfully remain a dozen years, within which space she died, and left thee there, where thou didst vent thy groans as fast as mill wheels struck. Then was this island save for her son, a freckled whelp, hag-born, not honored with human shape.
Aye, Caliban, her son.
Dull thing I say so, he that Caliban, whom now I keep in service. Thou best knowest from what a torment I did free thee. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and penetrate the breasts of ever angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the damned, which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine heart, when I arrived and heard them, that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command and do my spriting gently.
Do so, and after 2 days, I will discharge them.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no one's sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go, take on this shape, and hither come it. Go hence with diligence. Awake, my heart, awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
The strangeness of your story put heaviness in me.
Shake it off. Come on. We'll visit my slave, Caliban, who never yields us a kind answer.
'Tis a villain, sir, I do not love to look upon.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serve in offices that profit us. What ho, slave, Caliban, thou earth, thou speak.
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say. There's other business for thee. Come thou, tortoise. When? Fine apparition, my quaint Ariel. Hearken thine ear.
My lord, it shall be done.
Thou poisonous slave, got by the devil himself. Upon thy wicked dam, come forth.
As wicked do as ere my mother brushed, with raven's feather from unwholesome thing drop on you both. A southwest blow in you and blister you all o'er.
For this be sure, thou shalt have cramps, side stitches that shall pen thy breath up. Urchins shall forth at vast of night, that they may work all exercise on thee. Thou shalt be as pinched as thick as honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than the bees that made it.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me and made much of me, wouldst give me water with berries in it, and teach me how to name the bigger light and how the less, that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren place and fertile. Cursed be I that did so! All the tongues of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you! For I am all the subjects that you have, which was first mine own king. And here you sty me in this hard rock, as you keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whom stripes may move not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art, with humane care, and lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Oh ho! Oh ho! Would it had been done! Thou didst prevent me. I'd people else's isle with Calibans.
Abhorred slave, which any print of goodness wilt not take, being capable of all ill. I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other. When thou didst not, savage, know thine own meaning, but wouldst gabble like a thing most brutish, I endowed thy purposes with words that made them known. But thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had in it which good natures could not abide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock, who hast deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is I know how to curse. The red plague rid you for learning me your language.
Hax, hence, fetch us some fuel and be quick. Thou art best to attend to other business. Shruggest thou, malice? If thou neglectest or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps, fill all thy bones with aches, and make thee roar that beasts shall tremble at thy din.
No, pray thee, I must obey. His art is of such power, it would control my damned god Setebos and make a vassal of him.
So, slave, hence.
Where should this music be? In the air? Or the earth? Sounds no more. And sure it waits upon some god of the island, sitting on a bank, weeping again, the king, my father's wrath. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I followed it, or it hath drawn me rather, but 'tis gone. No, begins again. Remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eye advance, and say what thou seest yon.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, wench. It eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have such. This gallant was in the rack, and though he's something stained with grief, that's beauty's canker, thou mightest call him a goodly person. He hath lost his fellows and strays about to find them.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Ariel, I'll set thee free in 2 days for this.
Most sure, the goddess on whom these airs attend, vouchsafe my prayer may know, if you remain upon this island, and you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. My prime request, which I do last pronounce is, oh, you wonder, if you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens. I am the best of them that speak the speech, whereof but where 'tis spoken.
How the best? What wert thou if the King of Naples heard thee?
A single thing, as I am now, that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does I weep. Myself in Naples, whom with mine eyes, ever since it ebbed, beheld the king, my father, racked.
Alack for mercy.
Yes, faith, and all his lords, the Duke of Milan, and his brave son being twain.
The Duke of Milan and his more braver daughter could control thee, if now 'twere fit to do it. Ariel, thou shalt be free for this. At first sight, they have changed eyes. A word, good sir, a word. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Pity move my father to be inclined my way.
Oh, if a virgin, and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the queen of Naples.
Soft, sir, one word more. They are both in either's power, but this Swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. One word more, I charge thee thou attend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not, and hast put thyself on this island as a spy, to win it from me, the Lord on it.
No, because I am a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so fair a house, good things will strive to dwell with it.
Speak not you for him. He's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots, and husks wherein the acorn cradled.
No! I shall resist such entertainment till my enemy has more power.
Oh, dear father, make not too rash a trial of him, for he's gentle and not fearful.
What I say? My foot, my tutor? Put thy sword up, traitor, who makest a show but durst not strike. Thy conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from thy ward, for I can here disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, father.
Hence, hang not on my garments.
Sir, have pity. I'll be his surety.
Silence. One word more will make me chide thee, if not hate thee. What? An advocate for an impostor? Hush. Thinkest there is no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban? Foolish wench. To the most of men this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wrack of all my friends, nor this man's threats, to whom I am subdued, are but light to me. Might I, but through my prison, once a day, behold this maid. All corners else of the earth let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come. Ariel, thou hast done well. Follow. Hark what thou else shalt do.
Be of comfort, sir. My father's of a better nature than he now appears by speech. This is unwonted which now came from him.
Then thou shalt be as free as mountain winds. But then do exactly all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Speak not you for him. Come, follow.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all, of joy. For our escape is much beyond our loss. Our hint of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife, the masters of some merchant, and the merchant have just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, I mean our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, weigh our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace. He receives comfort like cold porridge.
The visitor will not give him oh so.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wit. By and by, it will strike.
Sir,
One tell.
every grief is entertained that's offered. Comes to the entertainer,
$1.
dollar comes to him indeed. You've spoken truer than you purposed.
You have taken it wiselier than I meant you to.
Therefore, my lord.
Vile wolf was spendthrift is of his tongue.
Prithee, spare.
Well, I have done. But yet,
He will be talking.
Which of he or Adrian, for good wager, first begins to crow?
The old cock.
The cock old.
Done. The wager,
All after.
a match.
Though this island seems to be desert,
So, you're paid.
uninhabitable, and almost inaccessible, yet, it must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance.
Temperance was a delicate wench.
Aye, and a subtle, as he most learnedly delivered,
The air breathes upon us here most sweetly.
as if it had lungs, and rotten ones.
Was 'twere perfumed by a fen.
here's everything advantageous to life.
True save means to live.
Of that, there's none or little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks. How green.
The ground indeed is tawny.
With an eye of green in it,
He misses not much.
no. He doth but mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is indeed almost beyond credit,
As many vouched rarities are.
that our garments, being as they were, drenched in the sea, hold notwithstanding their freshness and gloss.
But one of
Being
his,
rather new dyed than steeped with salt water.
if but one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lies?
Aye, or very falsely pocket up his report.
Methinks our garments seem now as fresh as when we first put them on in Afric, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Clarabelle to the king of Tunis.
'Twas a sweet marriage, and we prospered well in our return.
Tunis was never graced before with such a paragon to their queen.
Not since widow Dido's time.
Widow? A pox of that! How came that widow in? Widow Dido.
What if he had said widower Aeneas, too? Good Lord, how you take it.
Widow Dido, said you? You make me study of that. She was of Carthage, not Tunis.
This Tunis, sir, was Carthage.
Carthage?
I assure you, Carthage.
His word is more than the miraculous harp.
He hath raised the wall, and houses too.
What impossible matter will he make easy next?
I think he will carry this island home in his pocket and give it his son for an apple.
And sowing the kernels of it in the sea bring forth more islands.
Sir, we were talking that our garments seem now as fresh as when we were in Tunis at the marriage of your daughter, who is now queen.
And the rest that ever came there.
Bait, I beseech you, widow Dido.
Oh, Widow Dido? Aye, Widow Dido.
Is not, sir, my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, in sort.
That sort was well fished for.
When I wore it at your daughter's marriage?
You cram these words into my ears like it's the stomach of my sense. Would I have never made my daughter there. But coming thence, my son is lost. And, in my rate, she too, who so far from Italy removed. I ne'er again shall see her. Oh, thou my heir of Naples and Milan, what strange fish has made his meal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon their backs. He trod the water, whose enmity he flung aside, and breasted the surge most swollen that met him. His bold head above the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with his good arms and lusty stroke to the shore, that where o'er his wave-worn basis bowed, as stooping to relieve him, I not doubt he came alive to land.
No, no, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss that would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to an African, where she at least is banished from your eye, with cause to wet the grief on it.
Prithee, spare.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us, and the fair soul herself weighed between lothness and obedience, at which end the beam should bow. We have lost your son, I fear forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them as business is making than we bring men to cover with them. The fault's your own.
So is the dearest of the lost.
My lord Sebastian, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness in time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
Most courteously. It is foul weather in us all, good sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather?
Very foul.
Had I plantation of this isle, my lord,
It's so with the nettle seed.
Or docks? Or mallows?
and were the king on't, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
If commonwealth, I would, by contraries, execute all things. For no kind of traffic would I admit, no name of magistrate. Letters should not be known. Riches, poverty, and use of service, none. Contract, succession, born, bound of land, tilth, vineyard, none. No use of metal, corn, or wine, or oil. No occupation, all men idle, all.
No.
And women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yet he would be king on it.
The latter end of his commonwealth forgets its beginning.
All things in common, nature should produce, without sweat or endeavor. Treason, felony, sword, pike, knife, gun, or need of any engine would I not have. But nature should bring forth of its own kind all foison, all abundance, to feed my innocent people.
No marrying among his subjects?
None, man. All idle. Whores and knaves.
I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
Save his majesty.
Long live Gonzalo.
Do you mark me, sir?
Prithee, no more. Thou speak nothing to me.
I do well believe your highness. And did it to minister occasion to these gentlemen, who are of such sensible and nimble lungs that they always use to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed at.
Who in this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you. So you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow was there given.
And it had not fallen flat long.
You are gentlemen of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of your sphere if she would continue in it 5 weeks without changing.
We would so, and then go that fouling.
Nay, good my lord, be not angry.
No, I warrant you. I will not adventure my discretion so weakly.
Will you laugh me asleep? For I am very heavy.
Go sleep in here.
What? All so soon asleep? I wish my eyes would, with themselves, shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow. When it doth, it is a comforter.
We two, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
Well,
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian, oh, what might? No more. And yet, methinks I see in thy face what thou shouldest be. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do. And surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speakest out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say? This is a strange repose, to be asleep, with eyes wide open, standing, speaking, moving, and yet so fast asleep.
Noble Sebastian, thou lettest thy fortune sleep. Sleep, die rather. Sleepest while thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must be so too. If heed me, which to do trebles thee own.
Well, I'm standing water.
I'll teach you how to flow.
Do so. To ebb, hereditary sloth instructs me.
Oh, if you but knew how you the purpose cherish, whilst thus you mock it, how it stripping keep you more invested. Ebbing men indeed most often do so near the bottom run by their own fear of sloth.
Prithee, say on. The setting of thine eye in cheek proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed which throws ye much to yield.
Thus, sir, although this Lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of as little memory when he's earth, hath here almost persuaded, for he's a spirit of persuasion, only professes to persuade, the king his son's alive. 'Tis as impossible that he is undrowned as he that sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that he's undrowned.
Oh, out of that no hope, what great hope have you? No hope that way is another way, so high a hope, that even ambition cannot pierce a wink beyond. But don't discover there. Will you grant me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Claribel?
She that is queen of Tunis? She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life? She that from Naples can have no note, unless the sun will post? The man in the moon's too slow, till new-born chins be rough and razorable. She that from whom we all were sea-swallowed, though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act, with what's past is prologue, what to come in yours and mine discharge.
What stuff is this? How say you? 'Tis true, my brother's daughters, queen of Tunis, so is she heir of Naples. Twixt which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Claribel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis, and let Sebastian wake. Say this for death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. There can be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. Lords that can prate as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. I myself can make a chuff of this deep chat. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. What is sleep with us for your advancement? Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content tender your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your brother, Prospero.
True. And look at how my garments sit upon me. Much feater than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows. Now they are my men.
But for your conscience,
I so realize that. If 'twere a card to put me to my slipper, but I feel not this deity in my bosom. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Millen, candid be they and melted they molest. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now is like, that's dead, whom I with this obedient steel 3 inches of it could lay to bed forever. Whilst you doing thus the perpetual wink for an eye, might put this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who shall not upbraid our course. As for all the rest, they'll take suggestion as a cat loves milk. They'll tell the clock to any business that we say befits the hour.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou camest by Milan, so all get in Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the king, shall love thee.
Draw together, and when I in my hand, do the like to fall on Gonzalo.
Oh, but one word.
My master, through his art, foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else his project dies, to keep them living. While you here do snoring lie, open thy conspiracy, his time doth take. If of life you keep a guard, shake off your slumber, beware, awake, awake.
Then let us both be sudden. Now, good angels, preserve the king!
What? Wait now. Awake? Why are you, John? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
Well, what's the matter?
Whilst we stood here, securing your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls, or rather lions. Did it not wake you?
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a den to fight a monsters here, to make an earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine honor, sir, I heard a humming, and a strange one too, which did awake me. I shaked you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw their swords drawn. There was a noise, that's verily. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Lead off this ground. Let us make further search for my poor son.
Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure an island.
Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from fogs, thence flex on frost the fall and make him by insolent disease. His spirits hear me, and I needs must curse. But they'll nor pinch, fright me with urchin shows, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way unless he bid him. But for every trifle are they set upon me, sometimes like apes that mow and chatter at me after bite me, then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling in their barefoot way and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometimes am I all wound with adders, with cloven tongues to hiss me into madness. Lo, now lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing in wood slowly. I'll fall flat, perchance he will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. Ugh, and another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that would shed his liquor. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose, but fall by pailfuls. What have we here? A man? Or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish. It smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. A kind of not of the newest port. strange fish. Were I in England now, as once I was, and had but this fish painted, not a holiday fool there but would give a piece of silver. There would this monster make a man. Any strange beast there makes a man. When they will not give a doit to relieve a lame beggar, they will lay out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged like a man, and his fins like arms. Warm am I troth. I do now let loose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There is no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I will here shroud, till the dregs of the storm be past.
I shall no more to see. Here shall I die sure. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The master, the swabber, the boatswain, and I, the gunner and his mates loved Moll and Meg and Marion and Marjorie. But none of us cared for Kate, for she had a tongue with the tang, would cry to a sailor, "Go hang!" She would not the savor of tar nor of pitch, yet a tailor might scratch her wherever she did itch. Then to sea, boys, and let her go hang! Well, here's my comfort. Do not torment me! What's the matter? Have we devils here? Do we put tricks upon savages and mend them in? Huh? I have not escaped drowning to be fear of your 4 legs now. For it's been said, a proper man as ever went on 4 legs cannot make him give ground, and shall be said so again while Stefano breathes in nostrils. The spirit torments me! This is some monster of the Isles, with 4 legs, who hath got, as I take it, an egg. Where the devil should he learn our language? I can give him some relief if he repents. And if I can recover him and keep him tame, he's a present for an emperor that ever trod on neat's leather. Do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster. He's in his fit now and does not talk up to the wench. He shall taste of my bottle. And if you've never drank wine afore, it will go near to remove his fit. And if I can recover him and keep him tame, I will not take too much for him. He shall pay for him that hath him, and that soundly. Thou dost me yet but little hurt. Thou wilt anon, I know it by thy trembling. Now prosper works upon thee. Come on your ways, open your mouth. Here's that language, cat. Come on your ways. This will shake your shaking. I can tell you, and that soundly. Come. You cannot tell he's your friend. Open your chaps again.
I should know that voice. It should be... But he is drowned. These are devils. Oh, defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice is to speak well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches to detract. If all the wine in my bottle can recover him, I will help his ague. Come! Amen, I'll pour some in the other mouth. The fine other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil, and no monster. I will eat him. I have no long spoon.
Stefano! If thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not afeared, thy good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. Or I'll pull thee by thy lesser leg. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest to the siege of this moon cat? Can he bend Trinculos?
I took him to be killed with a thunderstroke. But art thou not drowned, Stefano? I hope now thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, Tony Napolitan,
Prithee, prithee, do not turn me about so. My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they not be sprites, that's a brave god and bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How didst thou escape? How camest thou hither? Swear by this battle, how camest thou hither? I escaped upon the butt of this sack, which the sailors heaved overboard. By this bottle, which I had made of the bark of the tree with mine own hands, since I was cast ashore.
I'll swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for that liquor is not earthly.
Who then? Swear how thou escapest.
Swim ashore, man. Like a duck. I can't swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Here, kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano, hast any more of this?
The whole butt, man. My cellar's in a rock by the seaside, where my wine is hid. How now, mooncat? How does thine ague?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee. I was the man in the moon before time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee, and my dog in thy bush.
Here, kiss the book. Swear to that. I'll furnish it now with new content. Swear.
By this light, this is a very shallow monster. I, afeard of him? A very weak monster. The man in the moon? A most poor, credulous monster. Monster, in good sooth.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I'll kiss thy foot. I prithee, be my god.
By this light, a most perfidious and drunken monster. When God's asleep, he'll rob his bottle.
I'll kiss thy foot. I'll swear myself thy subject.
Come then, down and swear.
I shall laugh myself death at this puppy-headed monster. A most scurvy monster. I could find it in my heart to beat him.
Come kiss.
But now, the monster is in the dream. An abominable monster.
I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee and get thee wood enough. I'll plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
A most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
I prithee, let me bring thee where crabs grow. and I with my long nails will dig thee pig nuts, show thee a jay's nest, and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee to clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get thee young scammels from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
Prithee, lead the way without any more talk. Tranquilo. The king and our company, else being drowned, we will inherit here. Here, bear my bottle. We'll fill them by and by again.
Farewell, master. Farewell, farewell.
A howling monster. A drunken monster.
No more dams I'll make for fish, no fetching fiery, happy firing, nor scrape treachery, nor wash dish. Ban, Caliban, as a new master, get a new man.
Open, monster, lead the way.
There be some sports are painful, and their labor, delight in them sets off. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone, and most poor matters point to rich ends. This, my mean task, would be as heavy to me as odious. The mistress which I serve quickens what's dead, and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's crab. He's composed of harshness. Let's remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up on a sore injunction. My sweet mistress weeps when she sees me work, and says such baseness had never like executor. I forget. But these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors, most busiest when I do it.
Alas, now, pray, work not so hard. I would the lightning had burnt up those logs you were enjoined to pile. Pray set it down and rest you. When this burns, 'twill weep for having wearied you. My father is hard at study. Pray, sit down and rest yourself. He's safe for these 3 hours.
O most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs the while. Pray give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No, precious creature. I'd rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
It would become me as well as it does you, and I should do it with much more ease. For my good will is to it, and yours it is against.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress, 'tis fresh morning with me, when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I might set it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my father, I have broke your hest to say so.
Admired Miranda, indeed the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lady have I eyed in best regard, and many a time the harmony of their tongue into bondage brought my too diligent ear. For several virtues have I liked several women, never any with so full a soul. But some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest grace she owed, and put it to foil. But you, oh you, so perfect and peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex, no woman's face remember, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend, and my dear father. How features are abroad I am skilless of, but by my modesty, the jewel in my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you, nor can imagination form a shape besides yourself to like of. But I prattle something too wildly, and my father's precepts I therein do forget.
I am, in my condition, a prince, Miranda. Do you think a king would not so? And would no more endure this wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly below my mouth? Hear my soul speak. From the very instant that I saw you, did my heart fly to your service. And there resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake, I am this patient logman.
Do you love me?
O heaven, O earth, bear witness to this sound, and crown what I profess with kind event if I speak true. If hollowly invert what best is boded me to mischief, I, beyond all limits of what else in the world, do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heavens rain grace on that which breeds between them.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine unworthiness, that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. But all this is trifling, and all the more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger bulk it shows. Hence bashful cunning, and prompt me, plain and holy innocence. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow you may deny me, but I'll be your servant whether you will or no.
My mistress, dearest, and I, thus humble ever.
My husband then?
I, with a heart as willing as bondage ere freedom. Here's my hand.
And mine with my heart in it. And now farewell, till half an hour hence.
1,000,000.
So glad of this as they, I cannot be, who are surprised withal. But my rejoicing at nothing can be more. I'll to my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Tell not me. When the blood is out, we will drink water. Not a drop before. Therefore, bear up in boredom. Servant monster, drink to me.
Servant monster? The folly of this island! They say there's but 5 upon this isle. We are 3 of them. If those are to be braved like us, the state totters.
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
Where should they be set else? He were a brave monster indeed if they were set in his tail.
My man monster has drowned his tongue in sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. I swam ere I could recover the shore 35 leagues, off and on by this light. Thou shalt be my lieutenant, monster, or my standard.
Your lieutenant, if you list. He's no standard.
Will not run, monster.
Nor go neither. But you lie like dogs, and yet say nothing neither.
Mooncalf, speak in thy life thou beest a good mooncalf.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve him. He's not valiant.
Thou liest, thou ignorant monster! I am in case to justle a constable. Why, thou debauched fish thou! Was there ever man a coward that had drunk so much sack as I today? Wilt thou tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and half a monster?
Lo, how he mocks me! Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Lord, quoth he, that a monster should be such a natural.
Lo, again, fight him to death, I prithee!
Trinculo, keep a good tongue in thy head. If you prove a mutineer, the next tree. The poor monster is my subject, and shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made to thee?
Mary will I, kneel and repeat it. I will stand and so shall Trinculo.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer, that by his cunning hath cheated me of this island.
Thou liest.
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! I with my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, trouble him any more in this tale, and by this hand I will supplant some of your teeth.
I said nothing.
Mum then, and no more. proceed.
I say by sorcery he got this isle. From me he got it. If thy greatness will, revenge it on him. For I know thou darest, but this thing dare not.
That's most certain.
Thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How shall it be encompassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, my lord. I'll yield him thee asleep, while thou mayest knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
What a fine lily this, thou
I beseech thy greatness, give him blows, and take his bottle from him. And that's gone he shall bring naught but brine, for I'll not show him where the quick freshes are.
Tranquilo, run into no further danger. Interrupt the monster one word further, I will turn my mercy at the door and make a stockfish out of thee.
What did I? I did nothing. I'll go further off.
Didn't thou say he liest?
Thou liest.
Do I so? Say thou this! As you like that, give me the lie another time.
I did not give the lie. Out of your wits in hearing too? A pox to your bottle. This can second drinking do. A murrain on your monster, and the devil take your fingers.
Now, forward your tail. Stand further off.
Beat him enough. After a little while, I'll beat him too.
Stand further off. Come, proceed.
Why, as I told thee, 'tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayest brain him, having first seized his books, or with a log batter his skull, or punch him with a stake, or cut his weasand with thy knife. Remember first to possess his books. Without him he's but a sot, as I am, nor hath one spirit in man. They all do hate him as rootedly as I. Burn but his books, his brave utensils, for so he calls them, which when he has a house he'll deck withal. And that most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. He himself calls her a nonpareil. I never saw a woman but only Sycorax my dam and she, but she as far surpasseth Sycorax as greatest does least.
Is it so brave a lass?
Aye, my lord, she will bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster, I will kill this man, and his daughter and I will be king and queen. Save our graces. And Trinculo and thyself will be viceroys. Just like the plot, Trinculo.
Excellent.
I'm sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour he will be asleep. Without destroying him then?
Aye, on mine honor.
This will I tell my master.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure. Let us be jocund. Will you truly catch you taught me but well ere?
At thy request, monster, I will do reason, any reason. Come, Trinculo, let us sing. Flout 'em and scout 'em and flout 'em and scout 'em, flout 'em and scout 'em, thought is free, thought is scout 'em and scout 'em and scout 'em and
Scout 'em and flout 'em and scout 'em and flout.
That's not the tune.
What is this saying?
This is the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody.
If thou beest a man, show thyself in thy likeness. If thou beest a devil, take as thou list.
Forgive me my sins.
He that dies pays all debts. I defy thee. Mercy upon us.
Art thou afeard?
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds and sweet airs that give delight in her thought. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about my ears, and sometimes voices that if I then had waked after a long sleep would make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds methought would open and show riches ready to drop upon me, that when I waked, I cried to dream again.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me. Why should I have my music for nothing?
When Prospero is destroyed.
That shall be by and by. I remember the story.
The sound is going away. Let's follow it and after do our work.
Please, monster, we'll follow. I would I could see the table. Rules come.
I'll follow, Stupid.
Lake and I can go no further, sir. My old bones aches. Here's a maze trodden deep through forthrights and meanders. By your patience, I needs must rest me.
Oh Lord, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attached with weariness to the dulling of my spirit. Sit down and rest. Even now I'll put off my hope and keep it no longer for my flatterer. He is drowned, whom thus we stray to find. The sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let him go.
I'm right glad he's so out of hope. Do not for one repulse forgo the purpose that you resolve to effect.
The next advantage we will take thoroughly.
Let it be tonight. For now they are pressed with travel. They will not, nor cannot, use such vigilance as when they are fresh.
I say tonight, no more.
What army is this? My good friends, hark!
Marvelous, sweet music.
Give us kind keepers! Heavens! What were those?
A living drollery. Now I will believe that there are unicorns. That in Arabia there is one tree, the phoenix throne. One phoenix at this hour reigning there.
I'll believe both, and what does else want credit come to me, and I'll be sworn 'tis true. Travelers ne'er to lie, the fools at home condemn 'em.
If in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me? To say I saw such islanders, for certes these are people of the island, who though they are of monstrous shape, yet note their manners are more kind, gentle, than of our human generation you shall find many, nay, almost any.
Honest Lord, thou hast said well, for some of you there present are worse than devils.
I cannot too much muse such shapes, such sound, such gesture expressing. Although they want these a tongue, excellent dumb discourse.
Praise and departed.
They vanished strangely.
No matter, since they have left their vines behind, for we have stomachs. Will it please you, taste of what is here?
Not I.
Faith, sir, you need not fear. When we were boys, who would believe that there were mountaineers dewlapped like bulls, whose throats had hanging had wallets of flesh, or that there were such men whose heads stood in their breasts, which now we find each porter out of 5 for 1 will bring us good warrant of.
I'll send to and feed. Although my last, no matter, since I feel the best is past. Brother, my lord the Duke, come, do as we.
You are free men of sin, whom destiny, that have to instrument this lower world and what is in it, that never served at sea hath caused to belch up you. and on this island, where man does not inhabit, you amongst men being most unfit to live. I have made you mad, and even with such like valor, men hang and drown their proper selves. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds, but with Bemaktat's stabs, kill the still closing waters, as diminish one down that's in my plume. My fellow ministers are like invulnerable. If you could hurt, your swords are now too massy for your strength, and will not be uplifted. But remember, for that's my business, chief, that you three from the land and supplant good Prospero, exposed unto the sea which hath requited him and his innocent child, for which foul deed the powers, delayed not forgiving, have been sent to seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace. Be of thy son Alonso they have bereft, and do pronounce by me lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you and your ways, whose wrath to guard you from, which here in this most desolate isle, else falls upon your heads, is nothing but hard sorrow, and a clear life ensuing.
Bravely the figure of this harpy hast thou performed my errand. A grace it had, devout. Of my instruction hast thou nothing bated in what thou hadst to say. So, with good life and observation strange, my meaner ministers their several kinds have done. My high charms work, and these, mine enemies, are all knit up in their distractions. They are in my power now, and in these fits I leave them, whilst I visit young Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned, and his and mine loved darling.
In the name of something holy, sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, it is monstrous! Monstrous! Methought the billows spoke and told me of it. The wind did sing it to me, and the thunder. That deep and dreadful organ pipe pronounced the name Prosper. It did base my trespass. Therefore my son in Us is bedded, and I shall seek him deeper than a plummet sounded, and with him there lie mudded.
But one feat at a time, I'll fight their legions o'er. I'll be thy second! All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison given to work a great time after, now begins to bite the spirits. I do beseech you that are of suppler joints, follow them swiftly and hinder them from what this ecstasy may now provoke them to.
Follow, I pray you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. For I here have given you 1/3 of my life, or that for which I paid, who once again I tender to thy hand. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and strangely thou hast stood the test. Here, afore heaven, I ratify this, my rich gift. O Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast of her, for she will outstrip all praise and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it against an oracle.
Fair. Then, as my gift, and thine own acquisition, worthily purchased, take my daughter. But if thou dost break her virgin knot, before all sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rite be ministered, no sweet aspirations shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow, but bitter hate, sour-eyed disdain, and discord shall bestrew the union of your bed with weeds so loathly that you shall hate it both. Therefore, take heed, as Hymen's lamp shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue, and long life, such love as 'tis now, the murkiest end, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion our worser genius can, shall never melt mine honor into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration, when I shall think, or Phoebus' steeds are foundered, or night kept chained below.
Fairly spoken. Sit then, and talk with her. She is thine own. What? Ariel, my industrious servant Ariel.
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in another such trick. Go, bring the rabble, o'er whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it from me.
Presently?
I with a twink.
Before you can say come and go, and breathe twice, and cry, so, so, each one, tripping on his toe, will be here with mop and mow. Do you love me, master? No.
Dearly, my delicate Ariel. Do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I conceive.
Look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the reins. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire of the blood. Be more abstemious, or else good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir. The white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well, come hither, spirit. Bring a corollary rather than want a spirit. Appear and pertly. No tongue, all eyes be silent.
Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains, where live nibbling sheep, and flat meads thatched with stover them to keep, thy banks with pied and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrims, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves, whose shadow the dismissed bachelor loves, being last lorn thy pole-clipped vineyard, and thy sea marge, sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err. The queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and with her sovereign grace, here on this grass plot, in this very place, to come and sport. Her peacocks fly amain. Approach, rich Ceres, her to entertain.
Hail, many-colored messenger, that ne'er dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon my flowers diffusest honey drops, refreshing showers, and with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and my unshrubbed down, rich scarp to my proud earth. Tell me, why hath thy queen summoned me hither to this short grassy green?
The contract of true love to celebrate, and some donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers.
Tell me, heavenly bow, if Venus or her son, as thou dost know, do now attend the queen, since they did plot the means that Duscitus my daughter got, her and her blind boy's scandaled company I have forsworn.
Of her society be not afraid. I met her deity cutting the clouds towards Paphos, and her son dove-drawn with her. Here thought they to have done some wanton charm upon this man and maid, whose vows are that no bedright should be paid, till Hymen's torch be lighted, but in vain. Mars' hot minion has returned again. Her waspish-headed son has lost his arrows, swears he will shoot no more, but play with sparrows, and be a boy right out.
Highest queen of state, great Juno comes, I know her by her gait.
How does my bounteous sister? Go with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be, and honored in their issue.
Honor riches, marriage blessing, long contentment, sound increasing, early joys be still upon you, Juno sees her blessed
most majestic vision and harmonious charmingly. May I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which by mine art I have from their confines called to enact my present fancy.
Let me live here ever. So rare a wondred father and a wise makes this place paradise.
Sweet now, silence. Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. There's something else to do. Hush and be mute, or else our spell is marred.
You nymphs called naiads of the windring brooks, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels, and on this green land, answer your summons, Juno does command. Come, tempered nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love, be not too late. You sunburned sicklemen of August weary, come hither from the furrow and be merry. Your rye straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter everyone in country footing.
Him strongly.
Never to this day saw I him so touched with anger, so distempered.
You do look, my son, in moved sort, as though you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended, and these are actors, as I foretold you. We're all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And as the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, yea, the great globe itself, and all that which it inherit, shall dissolve. and like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my griefs. My old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed by my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire to my cell, and there repose.
Do you wish?
Come with a thought. I thank thee, Harry.
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
We must prepare to meet with Caliban.
I am my commander. When I presented Ceres, I thought to have told thee of it, but I feared lest I might anger thee.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking, so full of valor that they smote the air for breathing in their faces, beat the ground for kissing of the feet, yet always bending towards their project. Then I beat my tabret, at which, like unbacked colts, they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses as they smelt of music. So I charmed their ears that, calf-like, they my lowing followed, through toothed briars, sharp furzes, pricking gorse and thorns, which entered their frail shins. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond yourself. They are dancing up to the chins of the foul lake, or her stunk barefoot.
This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible, retain thou still. The trumpery in my cell. Bring it hither, for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil, a born devil, on whose nature nurture can never stink, on whom my pains, humanely taken, all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I will plague them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
Pray you, tread softly, that the blind mule may not hear a footfall. We are now near his cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than play the jack with us.
Monster, I do smell all horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine. Do you hear, monster? If I should take displeasure against you, look you.
Thou wert but a lost monster.
Good my lord, give me thy favor still. Be patient, for the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore speak softly, all's hushed as midnight yet.
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool.
There's not only disgrace and dishonor in that, but infinite loss.
That's more to me than my wetting. Yet this is your harmless fairy monster.
I will fetch off my bottle, though it be over ears for my labor.
Prithee, my king, be quiet. Cease thou here. This is the mouth of the cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever. And I thy Caliban, for I thy footlicker.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stefano. Oh, Peer. Oh, worthy Stefano. Look what a wardrobe is here for you.
Let it alone now, fool. It is but trash.
Oh, monster. We know what belongs to a frippery. Oh, King Stefano.
Trigulo, put off that gown. By this hand, I will have that gown.
My prince shall have it.
The dotsy this fool! What do you need to dote on such luggage? Let it alone and do the murder first.
If he awake from toe to crown, he'll fill our skin with pinches, make us strange stuff.
Be you quiet, monster. Mistress Lion, is not this my jerkin? Now is the jerkin under the line. Now line, you like to lose your hair and prove a bald jerkin.
Do. We steal by line and level, and like your grace.
I thank thee for thy jest. Here's a garment for't, which shall not go unrewarded while I'm king of this country. Steal by land level is an excellent passive plate. Here's another garment for't.
Monster, come. Put some lime upon your fingers, and away with the rest.
I will have none of it. We shall all be turned to barnacles or apes, with foreheads villainous low.
Monster, lay to your fingers. Help to bear this away where my hogshead of wine is, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go to, carry this.
And this.
I am this.
My goblins, that they grind up their joints with dry convulsions, shorten up their sinews with aged cramps, and more pinch-spotted make them than pard or cat at a mountain.
As they roar.
Let them be hunted, sound them. At this hour lies at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall my labors end, and thou shalt have the air at freedom. For a little, follow. Do me service. Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work should cease.
I did say so when first I raised the Tempest. Say, spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Confined together in the same fashion as you gave in charge. Just as you left them, all prisoners, sir, in the line grove which weather fends your cell. They cannot budge till your release. The king, his brother, and yours abide all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay. But chiefly him that you turn, sir, the good old Lord Gonzalo. His tears run down his spirits like winter's drops from eaves of reeds. Your charm so strongly works them, that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
Mine shall. Hast thou, which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their afflictions, and not myself, one of their kind, that relish all as sharply passion as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason, 'gainst my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They, being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose, doth extend not a frown further. Go, release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
You elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves, and you that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back. You demi-puppets, that by moonshine do the green sour ringlets make, whereof the ewe not bites. And you, whose pastime is to make midnight mushrooms, that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew, by whose aid, weak masters though you be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azure vault set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and by Jove's lightning rifted Joe's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong base promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Braves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped and let them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon their senses, that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. A solemn air, the best comforter to an unsettled fancy, cure thy brains, now boiled useless within thy skull. There stand, for you are spell-stunned. Holy Gonzalo, honorable man, mine eyes, e'en sociable to the show of thine, fall fellowly drops. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their rising senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that mantle their clearer reason. O good Gonzalo, my true preserver, and a loyal sir to him thou followest, I will pay thy graces home, both in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a furtherer in the act. Thou art pitched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood. You, brother mine that entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, who with Sebastian, whose inward pinches therefore are most strong, would here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding begins to swell, and as the approaching tide will shortly fill the reasonable shore that now lies foul and muddy, not one of them that yet looks on me or would know me. Fetch the hat and rapier in my cell. I will discase me and myself, present as I was sometime known. Quickly, Ariel, thou shalt ere long be free. That's my errand. I shall miss thee, but yet thou shalt have freedom. So to the king's ship, invisible as thou art. There shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches. The master and the boatswain being awake, enforce them here to this place. And presently, I prithee.
I drink the air before me, and return, or Ariel pulls twice me.
All torment Trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Mill, Prospero. For more assurance that a living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body. And to thee and thy company bid a hearty welcome.
Thou beest he, or no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me as Lyceum, and I not know. Thy pulse pieces flesh and blood, and since I've seen thee, the affliction of my mind immense with which I fear madness held me. This must crave, and if this be at all, a most strange story. Thy dukedom I resign, and I do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle that will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends all. It's you, my brace of lords. Were I so minded, I here could pluck his majesty's frown upon you and justify you all traitors.
The devil speaks in him.
No, for you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thee. Thy rankest fault all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which I know perforce thou must restore.
Thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation, and how thou camest to meet us here, whom 3 hours since were wrecked upon this shore, where I have lost. Oh, how sharp the point of remembrance is. My dear son, Ferdinand.
I am woe for it, sir.
Irreparable is the lost, and patience says it is past her cure.
I rather think you have not sought her help. Whose soft grace, for the like loss, I have her sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You, the like lost?
As great to me as late, and supportable to make the dear loss, have I means much weaker than you may call to comfort you. For I have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Oh heavens! That they were both living in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were, I wish myself were bedded in the oozy bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. I perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire that they devour their reason, and scarce think their eyes offices of truth. Their words are natural breath, but howsoever you have been justled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospero, and that very duke which was thrust forth of Milan, who most strangely upon this isle, where you were wrecked, was landed, to be the lord on it. But no more yet of this, for 'tis a chronicle of day by day, not a relation for a breakfast, nor befitting this first meeting. Welcome, Sir King. This cell's my court. Here have I few attendants, and subjects none abroad. Pray, look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing, at least bring forth a wonder to content you as much as me, my dukedom.
Did you play me false?
No, my dearest love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If this prove a vision in the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
A most high miracle.
Though the seas have threatened, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Now, all the blessing of a glad father encompass thee about. Arise, and say how thou camest here.
Oh, wonder! How many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such creatures in it!
'Tis new to thee.
What is this maid with whom thou wert at play? Her oldest acquaintance cannot but be 3 hours. Is she the goddess that has severed us and has brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal, but by immortal providence, she's mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. She is daughter to this famous Duke of Milan, of whom so often I have heard renowned, but never saw before, of whom I have received a second life, and second father, this lady makes him to me.
I am hers, but, oh, how oddly will it sound that I must ask my child for forgiveness.
There, sir, stop. Let us not burden our remembrances with a heaviness that's gone.
I have inly wept, or should bespoke here this. Look down, you gods, and on this couple drop a blessed crown. For it is you that have chalked forth the way which brought us hither.
I say amen, Gonzalo.
Was Milan thrust from Milan, that his issue should become kings of Naples? Oh, rejoice beyond a common joy! In one voyage did Claribel her husband find at Tunis, and Ferdinand, her brother, found a wife when he himself was lost. Prospero, his dukedom in a poor isle, and all of us ourselves when no man was his own.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still encompass his heart that does not wish you joy.
Be it so. Amen. Oh! Look, sir! Look, sir! Here is more of us! I prophesied, if a gallows were on land, this fellow could not drown. Now, blasphemy, that swears grace o'erboard, not an oath on shore. Hast thou no mouth by land? What is the news?
The best news is that we've safely found our king and company. The next, our ship, which but 3 glasses since we gave out split, is tight in gear and bravely races when we first put out to sea.
Sir, all this service have I done thee since I last went?
My tricksy spirit.
These are not natural events. They strengthen from strange to stranger. Say how thou camest hither.
I did think, sir, I were well awake. I'd strive to tell you, we were dead of sleep, and how we know not, all clapped under hatches. Where, but even now, with strange and several noises, of roaring, shrieking, howling, jingling of chains, and more diversity of sounds, all horrible. We were awaked, straight away at liberty, where we and all her trim freshly beheld our royal good and gallant ship, our master capering to eye her. On a trice so pleasing, even in a dream were we divided from them, were brought moping hither.
Was it well done?
Bravely, my diligence.
There is more in this business than nature was ever conductive. Some oracle must rectify our knowledge.
Sir, my liege, do not infest your mind with beating on the strangeness of this business. At picked leisure, which shall be shortly, single I'll resolve you, which to you shall seem probable, of every these happened accidents. Till when, be cheerful, and think each thing well. Come hither, spirit. Set Caliban and his companions free. Untie the spell. How fares my gracious sir? There are yet missing of your company some few odd lads you remember not.
Every man should from all the rest. Let no man take care for himself. For all is a fortune. Crown you, boy, must crown you!
If these be true spies which I wear on my head, here's a goodly sight.
Oh, Senebos, these be brave spirits indeed. How fine my master is. I'm afraid he will chastise me.
What things are these, my lord Antonio? Will money buy them?
Very likely. It was a plain fish, and no doubt marketable.
Mark but the badges of these men, my lords. Then say if they be true. This misshapen knave, his mother was a witch, and one so powerful that could control the moon, make ebbs and flows, and deal in her command without her power. This demi-devil had plotted with them to take my life. Two of these fellows, you must know and own. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death.
What's up? Stefano, my drunken butler?
He is drunk now.
And Trinculo is rallying right. Where would I found this grand liquor that has gilded them? How camest thou in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last, that I fear me will never out of my bones. I shall not fear fly blowing.
Why, how now, Stefano?
Oh, touch me not. I'm not Stefano, but a crank.
You be king of the isle, sirrah?
I would have been a sore one then.
This is as strange a thing as I looked on.
He is as disproportionate in his manners as in his shape. Go, sirrah, to my cell. Take with you your companions. As you look to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will, and I'll be wise hereafter and seek for grace. What a thrice double ass was I to take this drunkard for a god, and to worship this dull fool.
Hence, and so the luggage where you found it.
Or stole it, rather.
Sir, I invite your highness and your royals train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest for this one night, which part of it I'll waste with such discourse as, I doubt not, make it go quick away. The story of my life, and the particular accidents gone by since I came to this isle. Then, in the morning, I'll take you to your ships, and thence to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptial of these, our dear beloved Solomons. And thence, retire me to Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life. It must take the ear strangely.
I'll deliver all, and promise calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditious that shall catch your royal fleet far off. Aaron, that is my charge. Then to the elements, be free, and fare thou well. Please you, draw me. Now, my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now, 'tis true, I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardoned the deceiver, dwell in this bare isle by your spell, but release me from my bands, with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now, spirits I want, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults, mercy itself and frees all faults. And as you from your crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me free.